Today we'll be walking through how to get started with a Java-based OR-Tools model with Nextmv, so you can build, deploy, run, and test your decision models. Here we're in the Nextmv console. We have marketplace apps for various use cases like routing, scheduling, and more, using modeling tools and solvers like OR-Tools, Hize, and Pyomo. We also have community apps, and those serve as a way to deploy custom applications, which is where our Java OR-Tools app lives. So before we hop over to our GitHub repo, I'll show you what a Java OR-Tools app looks like when it's been pushed to Nextmv Cloud. You can create instances and versions, make runs, as well as look at those details. You can create and analyze experiments, and of course, you have your unique API endpoint for interacting with your app, and this allows you to create a decision service and easily integrate your decision app into your existing systems. So now let's take a look at the GitHub repo. You can see that we are looking at the knapsack Java OR-Tools folder within the community apps, and here we have the main.java file. You can see that we're using OR-Tools as well as solving with skip. So clearly this is a knapsack example, but this can be used as a starting point for your own Java-based applications. Now let's take a look at the documentation for the knapsack app. We can see that we have a command here, and this will clone the community app. So I will go ahead and copy this, and we will jump into terminal using the Nextmv CLI. We will go ahead and paste that command here. And now, let's see, we have successfully cloned the app. Great. We'll change our directory now to the knapsack Java OR-Tools folder that we just created that contained all of the files that we saw in GitHub. So now we will create the app. We'll give it an ID, a name, and a description. And app can really be thought of as a container that will hold all of the assets used to solve a particular problem. Great, and we can see that that was successful, and there's our app. So now let's actually push the code into that app. So we will now push the Java OR-Tools app up into the Nextmv Cloud, and you can see that it's building everything here on the back end. So this really takes out a lot of the work involved in having to operationalize your Java OR-Tools model. After doing this, you will be able to deploy your app to production, integrate it into your systems, run it, create experiments, and more. So as this is completing, we will be able to see our app now in the cloud. And now we can see in the Nextmv console the new app that we just pushed, and here are the details. So let's now actually make a run. So we'll do Nextmv app run. We will use our ID of the app, and our input will be input.json, and we have a run ID. Now that we've made our first run, we can go to the Nextmv console, click on runs, and see the run ID we just got in the CLI. So from here, we can see details, we can see the input that was used for the run, as well as the result. So if I scroll down here in the statistics, you can see the provider was skip, status optimal. And lastly, I'll click on API reference, and just as we saw at the beginning, for this app, we have a unique API endpoint, so we can easily create a decision service with our Java OR-Tools app.